Welcome to the Barker Podcast Collection.
Welcome, shoppers.
Ketchup, mustard, sausages and buns.
I can't be everything you want me to be. I can't be.
Set them straight, boys! Hey, look at this! We've got one!
Yes! We're chosen!
Yes! Yeah!
We've been chosen together!
Hey, Brenda, you and me.
I'm so happy that God's put our packages together.
Because we belong together.
It's like we were made for each other.
Get ready, boys!
Feels amazing! Oh, yes! I'm the first to enter eternity! Oh, potato! Way to go, buddy! The pipes are coming. Oh, Jesus, fuck! Oh, gummy skin! She's peeling me fucking stuff! Fuck!
Oops.
They're eating children! Fucking children!
So, you have learned the terrible truth.
I gotta tell everyone.
No one will believe you.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Fuck me, right?
Shake with your
Run for your fucking lives!
Overstated.
Once you see that shit, it'll fuck you up for life. Good luck. Have fun.
Welcome to the Not Watching Podcast. My name's Rob Howard, and this week I'm joined by
Ian Bruce.
And Marcus Hurley.
I had the misfortune to see Sausage Party a couple of days ago.
Don't tell me it's rubbish. Just don't tell me it's rubbish. I want it to be an amazing film. For what it is, I want it to be an amazing film.
Is it part of a trilogy?
God, I hope not.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, if
really?
it is, I won't be watching it. The problem is, right, I like a lot of Seth Rogan comedy. I liked Pineapple Express. I liked This Is the End.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was funny.
Do you like Bad Neighbours?
Yeah, I didn't mind that at all.
Okay.
And I love him for bringing Preacher to the screen.
Yeah.
And so I like a lot of that comedy, but for some reason I just wasn't able to. It just didn't work for me in this case because, I mean, I like the gag that they're food, yeah. So you've got Frank, he's a sausage, and he wants to get in Kristen Wiig's character's bum. Barbara, I think her name is, or something like that. Brenda or Barbara, I can't remember. Yeah, and so the whole point is that they think that they're destined to be bought, and then they go to this great big beyond, which is paradise and lovely and heaven and etc. Metaphor for heaven.
Yeah.
But it is revealed through stuff I won't go into.
The trailer had most
that
of
is
it.
not the case at all.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the case at all. They're going to be devoured, boiled alive, chopped into little pieces, and devoured.
The horror.
And so, the horror, yeah. And so they embark upon a way of getting away from this situation. But right from the beginning, they're all just so incredibly sweary, and I was just like, that seems weird. And then there's just all this sort of like sexual innuendo, and it just seems so out of place. And
In
What have
Sausage
you done
Party.
with the real Rob?
In Sausage Party. Tell me it's not so.
Jesus.
I don't know. Look, I just expected to laugh a lot more, and I think like I might have laughed more at the gags had I not been cringing so much at those aspects. And I just thought, ultimately, for a film like that, I gave the reviews the benefit of the doubt, and my my affection for Seth Rogen's other work, but I just couldn't get into it. It just didn't make me laugh enough. It wasn't funny.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean,
Well.
maybe if I was, I think perhaps
There's no more laughter left in your life then, is there? Okay.
No, that's it. No, but I think had I been perhaps under the influence.
Wow.
for the edit. Yep.
At midnight, after a few beers, I probably would have
Did
found
you see it on
quite
your own
funny.
or with other people?
No, I went with my friend's wife.
Okay.
To a film called Sausage
There's
Party.
nothing going
Cool.
on there. We're limitless buddies. We've both got the card, so we've got like a little arrangement where we go and watch movies and stuff.
So she went home and told him I went to see a sausage party. Right. Okay.
Rob,
I think John was fully aware that was the film we were seeing.
when you
And
listen back to this and how you explained it, that it's okay, we've got a card, we've got an arrangement.
I'm going to your wife. I'm going to a sausage party with your wife.
We didn't think it was weird until you started over-explaining it, mate, and now we think it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I don't know. Maybe I was cringing a bit because I was in female company, but she was laughing.
But was Bex laughing? She was laughing. Okay.
She was laughing.
Yeah.
I think we both agreed it was pretty fucking ridiculous at the end of it. But
was the cinema full? Did everybody else seem to be laughing in the right places, or did they laugh to start with and then go, "Oh, there's too much swearing"? Oh.
There were a few sets of people that I think were perhaps a few years younger than me that were laughing a lot more than me. So maybe, mate. I've just grown old and bitter. And
so you get to your mid-50s and look at what you've become.
I guess I just don't know what fun is anymore.
Yeah, it's gone. Okay, well, that's fair enough.
Well, maybe the sequel, Sausage Fest, might make you laugh. Or
I reckon as an after the pub, like, had a few beers, let's put something funny on, I think it would absolutely do the job. I just think I was far too sober to be watching a film like that.
You could probably Google Sausage Fest and see the sequel, in quotes, quite quickly. But I'll let you do that. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, really? Is that happening then? It's probably done well enough. I think it has done well enough to justify another one.
I'm just going to let that sit as it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
One film I saw that I was surprised that I liked as much as I did is Warcraft, which is weird because everyone said this was shit. Even people's opinion, even people whose opinion I value who are gamers, said it was not a good movie. And it's not a great movie, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's a pretty simple story. Orcs versus humans. There's a half-orc in the middle of it who's got a bit of a funny voice on account of the big tusk sticking out of her face. But it's got all the characters, like Medivh, the sorcerer, who coincidentally has just been the subject of the latest Hearthstone expansion, but I won't diverge into that too much. But I guess as a gamer, I don't play Warcraft anymore, but I play Hearthstone, and all that lore is kind of under my skin a bit. So when I see Gul'dan like having a fist fight with the leader of the orcs, it's like that guy's a warlock and I know what spell he's doing. And so I guess as a mega geek, I kind of enjoyed it. I think the orcs are animated really well in a sort of Planet of the Apes type way. And it was so awesome when like they go over Stormwind and that music kicks off, you know, like when you used to go into Stormwind and WoW, and it's like,
yeah.
It really got me in the feels, man. I was like, oh my god, it's real. And the big portal that they're all coming out of, that's like, I've been there, you know, like I've walked through that portal before. So
it was in a game, Rob. It was in a game.
Well, yeah, but you know, WoW wasn't just a game. For a long time, it was like a way of life, wasn't
Absolutely,
it?
Yep.
It was like going home in a way, you know, like going back. It was like going on holiday to a place you went to as a kid or something.
Yeah. It's worth reinstalling just to do that.
No, I've heard very good things about the new expansion.
Yeah. That's for
Jeff
another.
Kanata basically yelling out in a car park while his wife's giving birth. He's fucking yelling on his own down the internets about the new WoW expansion. But anyway, yeah, I would say it's worth a look if you have ever had any interest in the Warcraft series whatsoever. Yeah.
So I'm really glad you said that, because I watched it and I thought it was okay as a fantasy story. I didn't understand. I didn't have the single smallest inkling of any of the world. I imagined it might have been a prequel or something. That's what I gathered from it.
Have you never played World of Warcraft?
No, I never did.
Oh, excellent.
I never did at all. So, I found it really interesting when Rob, you said that. I was thinking, wow, is this what it's like when I talk about Marvel films and everyone else goes, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the World of Warcraft itself is so incredibly dense and the game is over 10 years old and they've added to it. But what they were wise to do was to pick some of the locations that would be familiar with people from back in the day. But this predates the events of actual World of Warcraft. There's hardly any elves in it. They only pop up at the end. But there's like a scene where they're going across a bridge in Goldshire and you just hear and it's like a Murloc or something, and it's like, I know that. And there's also
excellent.
a sequence in which a guard is turned into a sheep.
Ah, tremendous.
And I was just like, yay.
Please
And
tell
the
me
dwarves-
he gets given a thing to do where he has to go and kill 20 of something. That has to be in there. No?
I do not think that
Fuck
was
it.
a mission.
Right, okay.
I know they should have had that in there, but I was hoping for back to work and break's done and all that. But what was it? There was just loads of little sort of nods and winks to the games, and they go to that pub in Goldshire, and they've literally mapped it out exactly the same.
Ah, sweet.
So
Okay.
it's like wow, they're really in there. Also, what's quite funny is Dominic Cooper's in there, and also Ruth Negga. That's basically Jesse and Tulip from Preacher. So I was having a little bit of trouble with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the film kind of starts quite early on. They're in Ironforge, and Ironforge from the outside just looks exactly like it does in the game. And they go in, and they're right in the middle of the bit where the big forges are, where you used to go and go to the shops and the trainers and everything. And they're in there, and like the dwarves just look so spot on, like they've walked straight out of the opening cutscene.
And now I want to play World of Warcraft again. Thank you, Rob.
Well, watch the movie first. It might put you off.
No. To be honest, I have played it again recently. Got a character up to 70, so...
Oh, right, you've got 40 more levels to do then.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Somehow, if a wormhole opens up in space and time, I will perhaps reinstall it. It's free to play as well now, isn't it? Until level something or other?
Yeah.
Level 20.
Level
perhaps.
20, I think.
Oh, I might give it a look.
But even...
I'll just wait for it.
even just installing it and an evening's worth of play would be... Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I guess.
Ironforge again, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, such larks.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll shut up about that now. Did you want to talk about Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah, you guys haven't spoken about that when I was not around, have you?
I did talk about it on my own, I think.
Okay.
I remember
ages
talking
ago.
about it as well. I think we did with John.
I've got a feeling that it's out on...
It's on the streaming services. It's on Amazon or
Is it?
Netflix. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, right, okay, yeah. I was
Fairly
going to
sure
say
it
that's
was.
about time.
Definitely sure that's where I saw it.
Because it came out just at a very similar time to Batman v Superman, because I double billed it.
Right.
It was my
Okay.
B movie.
The only reason that I was thinking of it was because next week, we mentioned Black Mirror on Netflix, and the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane, Mr. Daniel Trachtenburg, has done an episode of Black Mirror, which is extremely exciting.
Yeah,
that'd be good. So, 10 Cloverfield Lane, I really enjoyed it. You need to manage your expectations going in, but it works. Some really great performances from the three characters, and it's dark but not horrific. It's probably an antidote to Narcos, maybe. That probably would be a date movie.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's very dark. It's quite shocking in moments, but it's
not explicitly horrific. There's no... Is it? I don't remember it being...
It's not graphic.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, there's moments where, I'm glad they cut away.
Yes, there's certainly moments of threat, as the little warning box might say. And there's some barrels of stuff that I remember I'm glad they cut away.
Yeah, but knowing a bit about the director, there's a lot of him in it. Like from the board games and the just some of the references, the way it's shot. It's very Hitchcocky. There's a beautiful score going on that I thought might be almost a little over the top for what we're seeing on screen at times, but it's really good. John Goodman is great. So yeah, basically they're stuck in a bunker and there's some implied threat that's gone on outside, and we don't really know whether that's actually happening.
Or if Goodman's just done it to get himself a couple of friends, in quotes.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah.
It's also the guy in it is
John Gallagher.
He's in Newsroom. He was in the Newsroom.
Yeah,
and he was
that's what I recognise him
excellent,
from.
even with a beard. It was good. So, well done, Dan. You have become a man, which I'm sure you said last time you spoke about it. But...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Be good to see what he does next, Black Mirror, and after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
I'd like him to get a Star Wars movie. That would be good if he's in bed with Abrams already.
Yeah, that's not too much of a reach, is it?
No.
And I think he's got the credentials to do something like that. But whatever he does, I'm so glad that he's finally sort of launched, and I hope he maintains momentum and does something else. I mean, I think this is one of the best films of the year right now. And it had a curious gestation because it was based on a short film, I think, that was kind of turned into a feature script that was kind of in this pile of scripts that they were trying to get made, and I think it was kind of
the
at the last
Blacklist
minute.
Or something. What's the name of the list they have in Hollywood where it's the hottest?
It's the Blacklist.
I think it's the Blacklist. It's like the hottest scripts that everybody's trying to get made, and everybody's outbidding everybody on shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit up in the air at what point the Cloverfield thing was added, but it works, even if originally it didn't really have anything to do with that.
It doesn't feel like it was. It doesn't feel like we can't really say stuff without giving shit away, and I don't really want to do that. So
it works.
Yeah.
Even if it was shoehorned in to an extent, it works. And if it made that film get in front of people, then I think it was a wise move, because I think otherwise it would have just died, or it would have just turned up on like video
Abrams
on
was
demand.
producing it or whatever he did, so he can pretty much do what he likes, and has really done that for a while now, which is fine. He doesn't produce shit.
Yeah, even with his name on, I suppose it would have done okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's cool. I'd like to see other films take different approaches, but also incorporate Cloverfield.
I think that even if you take that premise, sorry to waffle on about this.
Right.
If you take the premise that there's been this massive event movie and it's been the kids and the thing and the monster and I'd quite like to see that whole thing or that world or the world after from a soldier's point of view, or from a farmer in nowhere near the coast's point of view. I'd like to see Titanic from somebody who worked in the engine room's point of view. I mean, these are all things that could work. Boba Fett's got his own movie coming. I think expanded universe stuff for things that you wouldn't expect could be quite good if the lore and the mythos is reasonable enough. Titanic's not the best example, perhaps, but Cloverfield was a hint of something dramatic that was about to come. Maybe there's a fishing or a couple on a yacht out at sea that had it first. That could be a whole movie.
Well, in these days of the studios only greenlighting films with like built-in audience attachment, if it means that we could get bums on seats, people watching these movies that are almost their own thing but tangentially related to something, then it's a good thing.
Otherwise we'll just get another Jason Bourne, won't we?
Yeah, that's it. Even in the same way that, like, sorry to use the Marvel reference, but they do use that to some extent to create different genre films.
Yeah.
Within that, whether that's high fantasy with Thor, or kind of thriller with Captain America, or whatever. There's some of that going on. But anyway, on this DVD page for 10 Cloverfield Lane, one of the movies that customers buy after viewing this item is The Jungle Book, which you saw, didn't you, Marcus?
I did, indeed.
Using Amazon for segues. Get in there.
Excellent.
This show is brought to you by
Amazonian Jungle.
I just scrolled down and was like, oh, that's good. So what do you think of that? The remake?
I loved it.
Recent... Yeah?
I've got to say, I was a bit dubious when I saw the trailer for it in the cinema. I was thinking, do we really need another remake of something that's Disney? I mean, I know Disney are going through a thing at the moment of reimagining their stories and doing alternative spins on them. Yeah. And I thought that Oh gosh, what was the name of the other one with Angelina Jolie?
Maleficent.
Maleficent. I thought that was a brilliant alternative universe version of that character. So I was curious as to whether they were going to do that with the Jungle Book, but it turned out to be pretty much a run-of-the-mill, straight-through version of it. But some of the casting I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, it's worth saying at this point, it's live action only in the sense that the boy is a human being.
Yeah.
The rest of it is basically all animated.
Yeah. All the creatures,
trees,
Bagheera.
the water, everything is all animated. But yeah, you're right. The excellent voice cast.
It's fantastic. I mean, Shere Khan gave me goosebumps because I was thinking they're getting stalked by Luther. And
is it Idris or is it Idris?
Yeah, it is Idris.
Yeah.
Idris Elba. Yeah,
He's brilliantly evil.
But he's almost bringing a bit of London Hackney to the role, so it makes it feel extra dangerous for me.
Get that boy out of here.
You know, yeah, he literally not hams it up, but he literally just sort of almost like
Why, it's something for his kids,
an East
isn't it?
End tiger, which makes no sense, but you're scared of him.
An East End tiger. Excellent.
It's just brilliant. I was for ages racking my brains as to who Baloo was. And they obviously give you the credit at the end. And I think it's Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Who performs one of the two musical numbers in the movie.
Nobody's going to believe it.
Bare Necessities. And, and also the King Louis voiceover was, I think, an inspired choice. You know,
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. You know, 'cause he's crazy. You know,
That's good, Marcus. That's good.
I just thought, when I heard the voice and his face, I just thought, they've made the orangutan look like Christopher Walken. And it's so creepy. It's brilliant.
He's pretty intimidating, actually. The way he takes up that entire room.
Yeah,
it's pretty,
I have
pretty
to
scary.
say, it was fantastic. It will be probably one of the films I'll own on Blu-ray.
Was that John Favreau did that, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of
Who was the voice of Bagheera? I'm thinking, I don't know.
Wasn't Andy Serkis in it somewhere? Or did he just do vocab stuff?
What's interesting is because Jungle Book is so old now, it's public domain, so Disney no longer own it.
Oh, really?
And and Andy Serkis has been making his own version, which
right.
I believe is being done in exactly the same way. Although I think there's probably a bit more performance capture involved. I think this was a bit more just animals being animated. So I think that there may well be a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it is weird because it's coming out next year, I think.
So nobody holds the rights to the Jungle Book?
No. Here we go.
New video game time.
You know what we've got to do?
2018. It's been held back.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is doing one that's got Christian Bale as Bagheera, Benedict Cumberbatch as Shere Khan, Kate Blanchett as Car, Naomi Harris as Nisha, Andy Serkis is playing Baloo.
Yep.
Jack Rayner is Brother Wolf. So, we're getting this again in 2 years.
I'm glad I saw
right.
this one. It'd be quite good. It was Scarlett Johansson who actually was Car in this.
That's
Snake.
right, yeah.
And,
she was good.
Yeah, she was really good. I was surprised because I still remember the animated movie, from eons ago.
Yeah.
And I was curious whether they'd do the whole snake swirly eye bit, and they managed to put it in there.
Didn't they do that?
The snake hypnosis moment in there.
They did that in Peter Pan as well, didn't they? The cartoon version of that? Didn't the snake have hypnotisey stuff?
Peter Pan, Robin Hood, you're thinking?
I'm sorry, Robin Hood, yeah. Peter Pan,
it's
Jesus.
the same snake, isn't it?
Yeah.
I loved how it was the same cast. It was almost like a parody of a parody.
I've got a real blank spot when it comes to like the original Disney movies. There's loads of them I haven't seen. I haven't seen Jungle Book. I haven't seen Snow White. I've seen Bambi and Lady and the Tramp.
It's definitely worth watching them from a historical movie point of view.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe they still work now. I mean,
you're not missing too much, but I think if you get a pretty decent copy and just sort of have a watch, because if it's too
broken... So you have seen Bambi or not haven't seen Bambi?
I have seen Bambi. Okay. It broke my heart.
Yeah. I was going to say, give that a watch. It's very dark. You'd love it.
Yeah.
Have a comedy to hand to watch immediately afterwards.
Bambi's actually very now, isn't it? In terms of subject matter and...
Yeah. Give Watership Down a look as well. That's a funny film.
I remember that was on recently, and there were like loads of complaints because it was on like before the Watershed.
Watershed Down, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know everybody else was going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I just thought it was brilliant. I thought the storytelling was great.
Jungle Book. Sorry, can I just? Is Jungle Book on any of the streaming services yet, or has it just been out in the cinema?
It's just been out in the cinema.
Okay.
I think it's just out on DVD now. Actually,
right?
It's out on DVD and Blu-ray because I saw it in a local supermarket.
Yeah, they're all starting to come out now because they all came out like in May, so June, July, August. Yeah, 4 months ago. So they're all coming out on Blu-ray now.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught a late showing of it, sort of thing, because some of the cinemas are a bit late in keeping things around.
Oh yeah, but you still see. You'd be surprised. I literally just googled Jungle Book and it's on at the Barbican Centre at 11 on Saturday. So
also, there was a version.
Those sort of films stick around.
Sorry, I've just googled Jungle Book Netflix, and there was a Jungle Book in 2014 or something. That had Jason Scott Lee, Lena Headey, Sam Neill, John Cleese, Jason Fleming.
Oh yes, there was actually.
What the sweet mother of Jesus is this?
I think.
Oh, directed by Stephen Summers.
Was it a TV thing? Oh no, animated. It wasn't. It was a Dutch animated thing.
No, was it? Doesn't look. It's
I think
the one I've got is directed by Stephen Summers. Who?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now.
Didn't he do?
Oh no, hang on, no.
He did
That's
Van Helsing, didn't he?
That was 94. That one.
Yeah, he did Van Helsing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That was a proper live action version.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
With men in animal suits. Excellent.
Cool.
Might have to watch that.
Oh dear. Okay, well,
yeah.
If it's free,
okay,
why not?
I've got a good segue for this because another animated Disney film I never saw was Pete's Dragon, but I did watch the new film that was out the other week.
Well, I think we'll be the judge of whether or not that's a good segue, Rob.
Well, maybe it would have been if I didn't just spell it out.
If you didn't say, "Look at me, look at me."
I was a massive fan of the original film. It was right when I was a kid. It blew my mind. I think it was out before Star Wars or just after. It was. When was the original out? 75?
The original Pete's Dragon was 77.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've got a good excuse for missing that.
What with you not being alive at the time?
Yeah.
That's a reasonable excuse, I suppose.
I don't think it had quite the cultural footprint as Star Wars, so...
Yeah.
I think that might be one that I missed as well, just because all my bank holidays and stuff growing up were taken up with Indiana Jones, Star Wars, American Tail.
Yeah.
It took me 3 years to watch American Tail because we kept getting dragged out to the shops.
Didn't we get... I don't wish to go down a rabbit hole here, but didn't we get Star Wars in 78 and not 77?
What, in the UK?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
I think the original was before Star Wars, so it may have got swallowed by the... Oh my god, space movies! It was one of those... Because Herbie... I don't know if you watched or remember the Herbie movies, but they were kind of staple at the time as well.
Yeah.
And then this science fiction came along and we had Battle Beyond the Stars and shit and all kinds of clones in subsequent years.
all of that. Yeah.
No, right, okay, I've just IMDb'd it, and it came out in May 77 in the States and December 77 in the UK.
Yeah, okay.
But that was London in brackets, so it might not have got a wide... Yeah, and then it got a wider release in 78, January.
Yeah. Well, they'd had to put the film into the horse and cart and ship it around the country as they did in those days.
Yeah, literally to the 5 cinemas in England.
One of which was in Chelmsford. The good old Odeon.
Wow,
right.
Talk about on the map.
Anyway,
Pete's Dragon. I saw the new one. This one is directed by David Lowery and stars Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Redford, and several others. One of which was Isaiah Whitlock Jr., who I think is the guy who goes she.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is from the Wire. Yeah.
And I could not get that out of my head.
The mayor or the mayor candidate. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. But it's really good. I really liked it. I mean, it's not so much a dragon as a big green furry dog thing with wings.
But does it work?
It's incredibly endearing, and it's got a great score. It's kind of it's quite lo-fi, apart from the dragon, obviously.
Yeah.
It's also got Carl Urban playing a bit of an antagonist role
Dredd?
in it.
Is he playing Dredd?
No, he's playing a bit more of a cunt,
isn't it? Right, okay.
Well, yeah.
Bit more of a...
Yeah, but it's basically about a kid who
I thought we'd done quite well for language so
and,
far, right?
Yeah, it always.
There's always one.
Let's see.
I'll try and edit it out. Maybe, probably won't.
Especially as you
but yeah,
bleated about there's too much swearing, and then the C-bomb is yours today. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but this is in the context of a sweary podcast, not a weird animated film featuring.
It's a Seth Rogen 18 movie about
food.
What were you expecting?
I know. I should have been
Bambi?
more wasted.
Jesus.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, the kid in it is really good, and you totally buy into his friendship with the dragon and the sort of dilemma he's got of like new family or stay with the big monster. That's really cool. But it's quite a simple film. I think kids would dig it. And yeah, I was a blubbing mess by the end of it.
So
just in a kind of overwhelmed by the spectacle of some of the, like in a how to train your dragon sort of
cool
sort of thing. You know,
that's one for me then, definitely. Excellent.
Yeah, it's really good. It's Robert Redford's great. Doesn't have to do a lot, but he just turns up and everything's okay. You know, it's just good. This has been the Not Watching Podcast in partnership with notlistening.co.uk, where you can also hear myself and Ian talk about video games and virtual reality on the Not Playing Podcast, and Adam, Ash and Will talk about all manner of funny things on the Not Listening Podcast. The episodes are coming soon, I have been informed. You can email us at notwatchingpodcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet at or follow us on Twitter at notwatchingpod. You can find the show notes for this show at notlistening.co.uk, and if you're listening to us on iTunes, then please do give us a review. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. See ya.
Bye bye.
Very well, friends.